Power Field at Mile High. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Los Angeles Rams. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Well, this defense for the Rams, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
It's his running back, Melvin Gordon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
They run for the first time with Javonte Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Huntley to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Second and 10. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. It's a big play there for the Broncos.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to the ground now with Gordon. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
On 4th down, Huntley. And this is taken in by Hamler for a Bronco touchdown. K.J. Hamler, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. McManus's point after is good. And it's It's now a 7-0 game. So look at this. They got the 7-0 lead in the pocket, and they're going to try an onside kick. And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the football. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try to work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game, and maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it and try and gain an advantage, and they tried. They just didn't get it done.
Now a play fake. Kaepernick. Buying time. Kaepernick hit. Fumble. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they're going to set up.
Come on, man.
Shot at the 27-yard line. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure.
That's bullshit.
Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Forced out to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And Woods has it complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Kaepernick again. Flush to his right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. Henderson will try and run for the first. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulder square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely picked. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Cam Akers, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
These two teams all tied after 1. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And oh, his first carry, he loses the football. But it looked like, fortunately, the Broncos able to recover.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Huntley's throw there, complete to Hamler.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? To throw, Huntley. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 26.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Huntley's throw into the hands of Fant. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Here's Huntley. He's going to drop this one down to Gordon. And they'll get this down to the 10.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Melvin Gordon with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Here's Chris Claybrooks to return. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up first and 10.
Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block, but the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
And he's going to have a Rams first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. Now Kaepernick operating on the bootleg. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and John. Touchdown, LA! Robert Woods, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And a less than desirable return as he's out of bounds at the 15-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On 1st and 10, Huntley. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, Huntley. He'll go up top here for Hamler. Oh, man, it's caught inside the 10. It's a big play there for the Broncos. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. From the pistol, they run with Gordon. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Javonte Williams, as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. McManus's point after is good, and the lead is now 21-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line, as they'll take over with just 13 seconds to go before the break. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Here's a run with Akers on second down. And he's going to have a Rams first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They fake the give. Now Kaepernick. He'll buy some time right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, They brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
God damn it.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Just work with me a second here, because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, I feel like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets. Just keeping the play alive. And he'll just get rid of it. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half. Still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work, while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
And this will be taken at the 13. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity. Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On second down, it's Gordon. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And Gordon's going to be stopped short. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They run. It's Williams. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as he'll wind up going backwards. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. They'll run on first down with Akers. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up second down.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Kaepernick. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
That's out to the flat for Akers. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
A very important third down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
Akers. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cam Akers with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Sam Sloman now for the point after. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down
caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
This pass caught by Hamler. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
For the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Hike the ball.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. They're going right back to Hamler. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Off the play fake. Huntley. And he'll find Hall. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos have broken the tie. Extra point from McManus is good. And they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On play action, it's Kaepernick. Steps away. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. Steps away to his left. He completes it to Beckham. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 35.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shot.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Jabari Zuniga in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Throwing now is Kaepernick.
Got it.
Being chased out left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number. Not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that
we'll
just...
take that. Oh! You gotta be fucking kidding me, bro.
A big play there for L.A.
Come on, man.
He absolutely had to take some chances downfield trailing here in the fourth quarter.
So why not go 4 verticals, send the guys downfield, say make a play?
And that's one of the favored routes of offensive coordinators. You know why? Because receivers can be
caught that bitch
at
up.
any point running that route.
A loss of 2 there, second down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. Again, it'll be Akers at a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Man, I just got rest our plays back, bro. Killing
He's
me
already
with
gotten
shit.
into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. Dancing to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Yes, sir. Come on, it's killing me. About time, man. Man, they fucking ain't trying to give me my
Likely
fucking
the
plays,
play in the
man.
game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Now Kaepernick, gotta have this one. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Odell Beckham with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Go for the ball.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And here's a quick throw to Hamler on the edge. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Got a man complete. It's
Oh, you clicked off. Come on, man. You got the fucking Rams. Why you click off, bro? Damn.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming.
You getting an open field tackle, bro?
Just a little underneath route, just trying
This
to free up some
motherfucker.
space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. He finds his man complete. That's Hall. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game. Looking to throw. Huntley. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Oh, boy, this sets up for a huge call now on 4th down, because you can try the long field goal, you could go for it, or you could punt and play for overtime. I am so glad, partner, that I don't have to make those kind of decisions. Let's see what they decide.
Huntley. Quick slant to Hamler. And he's taken down inside the 30. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. One incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
And if you're thinking field goal from here, it's 48 yards. I think they'd like to get him a little help now on 3rd down and move it closer. Now Huntley.
What the fuck?
This is going to be intercepted.
Why'd you throw it over there, bro? He was wide open.
Inside the 10.
That motherfucker was wide open, bro.
Interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
And the drive starts with a completion left side. 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Now a quick throw into the hands of Jefferson. And some space here. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Back to throw, Kaepernick. Looking underneath, he's got Akers. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. To throw is Kaepernick. He'll dump this off to Akers. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
Kaepernick to throw. He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. So this one comes down to the right foot of Sam Sloman. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So this one comes down to the right foot of Sam Sloman. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And his kick is indeed good. And the Rams have won the game. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the top.